Hey guys. Hey Lucy. Lucy says, "Hey there, Eric. Hey there, Lucy. Nice to see you. We are waiting for the ever lovely, always beautiful Cat and Jack to come on up. We're going to talk about From Illusion to Truth. That sums up, that's a title brought to us by Cat. And it very nicely sums up Course in Miracles, sums up forgiveness. Here's why forgiveness, what's up, Stuart? Here's why forgiveness is emphasized so greatly in Course in Miracles. Course in Miracles talks about the illusory world that we are caught, trapped in a world of our own creation, literally mind stuff. Good news and bad news. Bad news is we don't know that we are trapped. Stuart says, "I'm good, thank you. Awesome to hear." Hey there, Kat.
Hi there, Yogi.
How are you?
I'm really good.
You look absolutely lovely this evening.
Thank you. I took a bath and relaxed and meditated.
Oh, nice. That must be it. The bath.
Yes.
Oh, I have to try that sometime.
Yeah, baths help sometimes.
They do. Was it a bath meditation, or did you meditate and then take a bath? Or
I do always end up meditating in the bathtub, the water.
yeah, I have a rubber ducky meditation that I do in the bathtub.
Great. Whatever works for you.
You're right. Spoken like a true spiritual teacher. Hey, Joe. So we're going to do our best to participate in the chat, but we got important things to talk about. Also, want to answer questions. So if anyone does have questions concerning Course in Miracles, then it can be about. So for me, it could be about anything concerning Course in Miracles. For Kat, Hawk says Kat is looking good. I agree.
Oh, thank you.
And let's see. I'm looking. I don't see anything about Yogi looking pretty good too. So let's move on.
We're both matching again, kind of dark clothes.
Oh, of course. We're in sync.
Yes. Don't tell anybody we planned this ahead of time.
Marlon, I will have to check that when we're done the live stream, my friend. Or if you want to type it out real quick in the chat, I won't be able to listen to it while we're live streaming. So the subject for tonight.
Let's talk about love, baby.
Let's talk about love. Stuart says that Yogi is handsome for being 130. How's that for a loving comment? He obviously, that's actually a compliment. Obviously doesn't know that I'm actually 140.
You're timeless, Yogi.
Well, thank you. So love. First off, love by way of A Course in Miracles. Thank you, MK. I appreciate that. Willa will not be able to make it tonight. Course in Miracles redefines love as reality. That's okay. And anything that is not love isn't reality. Pretty simple. If you are not experiencing love, well, then you are in an illusion of our own creation. And that's good news and bad news. Good news is it's not real. All the fear, all the lack of love, all the loneliness, all the regrets, all the grievances and resentments, the heartache, none of it's real. Bad news is it certainly does feel real, doesn't it, Kat?
It sure does.
Yeah. I've been through it, and I know you have. The most spiritual interpretation of that I can give you is it really, really sucks.
We can all relate that.
Yeah. But you know what? Here's the good news. When something sucks, we start looking for a way out. Or at least I hope we do.
Right.
I certainly did. I've stumbled along for a long time because I found the course a long time ago. It just took me a while. But even a little practice, a great quote from the Bhagavad Gita, that even a little practice along the spiritual path um, carries benefits across lifetimes. Paraphrase. And of course, Miracle says that that's true. But if you practice radical forgiveness as presented by a course, it'll save you lifetimes. Because forgiveness brings you home instantly. And go ahead.
I find it really interesting to save you lifetimes. I think that's just a validation that we do live many lifetimes.
My thoughts about lifetimes is it's all happening at once.
Right.
As it's a dream. We're in the mind of God right now. So there's no like linear this life, this life, this life, as presented in many Eastern traditions, but not all. Certain schools of Buddhism talk more of rebirth than they do reincarnation, and I like that term rebirth because that presents us what Jesus taught on the crucifixion, that we can choose the um, crucifixion, crucifying ourselves, crucifying others, which is just denying the presence of love, or we can choose the resurrection, which is allowing everyone their moment of rebirth. Everyone. And that's forgiveness. So forgiveness brings us back to love. And one of the first things I remember you asking me about A Course in Miracles was wanting to talk about special versus holy relationships, which really sums up love and lack of awareness of love. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
How many I don't want to ask how many special relationships you've had. I've had almost nothing but special relationships, and even knowing better, but just somehow couldn't align it with um, the person, the situation, for whatever reason. And for those who don't know, special relationship is every relationship that we present with a condition of any kind. I love you as long as you love me. I forgive you as long as you forgive me. I forgive you as long as you promise to never do something that will ever make me have to forgive you again. Um, or even I'll be your friend as long as you continue to do this. But if you veer outside my limited concept of friendship, well, then guess what? My special like, love, friendship relationship turns into a special hate relationship.
I find my whole lifetime has been filled with special relationships, and the thought of a holy relationship is a tiny bit scary.
It is. It's
Yeah.
amazing how we condition ourselves, isn't it? And you
Mm-hmm.
brought that up when you and I were talking about the live stream. Uh, Basically, I don't think you used the word conditioning, but I think it was implied. We've conditioned ourselves within this stream to accept the love we think we deserve. And we never think that we deserve the love that we are, the love that we truly are. So
We did discuss that because I talked about I was taking care of an elderly gentleman once for several years, and he looked on me with so much love, and I just could not accept it. It hurt so much. All I could do was be angry at it. But he was giving me the truth of me. He was seeing the truth of me, and it was too much to bear.
you were stripped of all your pretenses.
Yeah.
And you had to see yourself and you didn't want to. You weren't ready.
Yeah.
Hey, Jeff.
I wish he was around still, physically, to give a big old hug to.
Right. How about now? What if someone looked at you that way?
Well, I'm a little more accepting.
Good. here's what I find. Sometimes I'm accepting, sometimes I got to block up.
Yeah.
Unexpectedly. Sometimes, like you, I've been stripped and laid bare, and I show the whole world exactly how vulnerable, hey, Long John, and open and full of love I actually am. And then it seems in an instant, without even rhyme or reason, there's a block.
Hmm.
But the big difference for me now is seeing that block and saying, it's okay. It's okay to have a block. It won't always be there. And I can smile at it. Man, learning to turn just a little bit about of that awesome love that we've always wanted to give to others back upon ourselves is life changing. And not life changing, and all of a sudden my feet are walking 3 feet off the ground, angels hovering above my head, um, and always doing everything right. But just liberating that I don't have to always do everything right. That a block can appear, and it's okay. It's okay. I'm sorry I missed your comment, Stuart. I'm probably gonna, hey bud, probably gonna miss a bunch of concepts, a bunch of comments, but we'll do our best. If anyone has questions for about the relationships we're talking about, because I'd like to shift over to a holy relationship. Hey, Sue,
Mhm.
which is not the opposite of a special relationship, because it's just like the beginning of the course says, that which is all encompassing can truly have no opposite. Uh, Holy relationship doesn't have opposite because we're seeing each other for who we truly are. Finally, finally. Um, and but it takes a little bit of work. It takes a commitment to true and radical forgiveness. I love using that term, by the way, radical forgiveness, because I'd like to really emphasize it's not the forgiveness that we've grown up thinking.
I was just listening to some people talking about that.
Hey,
That we
Dolly.
don't. One of the biggest misconceptions is we don't forgive the other person since they didn't do anything. We forgive ourselves for judging them, and that's a major misconception. And that kind of threw me for a loop. But that's not true forgiveness. That's in the sense of A Course in Miracles, because we're still saying it's okay what you did. I forgive you.
Right.
And it's not about them. It's about us.
Which we had this afternoon. Remember, well, you were in and out of the conversation,
Right.
I know. Duncan Walsh. Well, no, actually, because he replied.
Yeah.
Um, and he was asking, if someone else doesn't want to participate. And probably, hey, William, a lot of people won't want to participate. You may say, everything's forgiven. I don't always find it helpful to say to someone, I forgive you. I find it more helpful just to forgive and look at others through that lens of forgiveness. Because if I were to say, Kat, I forgive you, you're like, yeah, what the hell did I do? It's not my fault. How dare you forgive me? I forgive you. Take that. And you and I are going to have a forgiving grief off. Who can forgive the other the hardest? But just in your heart, forgive. Um, you know, we almost always, will close a live stream with a namaste. A namaste is the essence of forgiveness. That the holiness, the light within me, recognizes and salutes. Forgiveness is saying that I'm looking past any perceived resentment, grievance, judgment, and seeing, selectively remembering the holiness in you. Now, on the level of form, I still might want to be watchful. I might not lend you money. I might not let you house sit my dog. I might not let you water my plants. You know what I mean? On that level of form, um, but on the level of the heart, where liberation lies, I forgive you. I smile at you. I love you. I relate to you as a um, being of light and love. Excuse me.
And I don't know if A Course in Miracles did that for me, where I was able to start seeing people for the light and love that they truly are. I think the course probably does have something to do with that, being able to recognize that.
I think so.
Not always.
And I think it comes with the practice. Stolstar says, Namaste. Namaste to you. MK says, damn, Kat always looks good, but she's truly stunning tonight. And then I'm looking, what's he say about Yogi looking pretty good?
Yogi always looks good.
Well, thank you. Why, thank you, Kat. You always come through in a pinch for me. Have you been in a relationship where you were able to practice that radical forgiveness and using the course, using the relationship as a means? And I don't mean using it like I'm using you to get enlightened, and once I'm enlightened, see it. But you're, we know that every relationship is really it's a learning, teaching experience. So we are using it, but in the best possible way. We're using it in the way a relationship is supposed to be used for, that I recognize and heal myself through recognizing and healing you. We're in this together. Have you been in a relationship where you were at least able to attempt that?
I think every day, every person I encounter that might trigger me.
Yeah.
But
And that's
not a special relationship. I mean, I think I was in the beginning of an awakening while I was in my last special relationship, and it was used more as a weapon against each other because he was catching on too.
right.
But we just didn't understand, we didn't understand the fullness of it.
So was he practicing a course?
No, but he heard a lot of things about perceptions. And so, the typical line would be, I'm sorry you perceive things like that. And that would just make somebody really mad.
Yeah. It's funny how our anti-triggers become triggers.
Yes.
And it works. I know we only mentioned earlier today the 4 agreements. And the 4 agreements can easily turn into a weapon against others. Well, that's just an assumption. You know, or you're taking that personally, and it's like of course it's personal. You just called me bald. But and the course can certainly be wielded that way as a weapon. And it takes, the course is really a course in mindfulness. Hey, Arc, good point. It's a course of the 3 gates. Your favorite. I've never heard anyone cuss the 3 gates more than you.
Kat don't love gates, but she loves her yogi.
Gates are difficult. As I mentioned, I stub my toe on those darn gates every day.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the same practicing the course. Course is a practice of mindfulness.
Amanda, hi. I've been thinking about you. I wanted to send you some love. I'm so glad to see you.
You know who it is, right, Amanda? I don't know if Amanda's ever.
She does.
She does. Nice to see you, Amanda. But you know what? When we start recognizing those triggers, it still sucks. But at least now we know why it sucks. No?
No, yeah, but I think sometimes you get too wrapped up in the whys and trying to figure things out when you're supposed to just hand it over.
I agree. I've mentioned quite a few times how I've simplified my path. I love reading A Course in Miracles. I love the cosmology behind it. know how the tiny mad idea and the universe coming forth. Um, but I actually heard you on a live stream quote me on this. Um, it doesn't matter if it's true, if it's not true. Doesn't matter uh, if I ever open up the book again. For me, my life is committed to being kind and forgiving. That's it.
Committed to kindness.
Yep.
That's radical transformation.
It is. It
Mhm.
really is. Um, and Kenneth Wapnick calls it making it about them because it bypasses the ego. You will be confronted with, but not this. I can forgive everything, but not this. This is just too far.
Yeah.
You've crossed the boundary. Boundaries are supposed to be put there so we can cross them. And again, it's not saying it's not dealing with form. It's not saying what you did was right. Remember the other morning when we got the Hitler comment? How do you forgive the truly, truly unforgivable? And the thing is, you don't. We turn it over to the Holy Spirit. Myself, I can't forgive something like that. I can't even forgive someone stealing my parking space during Christmas season at the mall.
I'd like
um,
to see Yogi at the mall.
and boy, it's been a while. Um, but I can turn everything over to something within me that can forgive everything. The reason why is the Holy Spirit forgives as a tool, as an instrument. But God doesn't forgive because God does not recognize sin. It's an impossibility. To recognize sin would make it real. And as we've said before, God being only love, it's an impossibility to make sin, grievance, resentment, any of that real. So, but the Holy Spirit being that conduit between um, our lost mind, the wrong teacher, and the all forgiving, all loving God, we have that in between because it's a great jump to go from this to this, to go from form to formlessness itself. So we have that little, fortunately, that little go between. Some people say the Holy Spirit, some like to call it, the internal teacher, the voice within, whatever. I like the Holy Spirit. But you can also use, the example of Jesus. It gives us the most beautiful example of all. And I know Jesus is one of your personal um, holy companions.
Yeah.
Took me a while to come back.
Me too. Oh, yeah. It was in my sickness that I developed that relationship.
And that was 2 years, right?
Yeah.
Um, what do you? How long ago was that?
1, 2, maybe just 2.5 years ago.
Oh, for some reason, I thought that was longer.
Nope. No.
Um, what do you do to heal?
I think because I wasn't working, I delved into A Course in Miracles. And I couldn't do much but just lay in bed because I think I told you walking across a room would put me on the floor out of breath.
Wow.
So I would lay on my bed all day and play with my ukulele and read A Course in Miracles and watch videos about A Course in Miracles. And still, I feel like it only planted the seed. Like now it's really starting to germinate.
Right.
It feels good.
It does feel good.
Mhm.
Hi, Shirley. Um, makes you wonder. Maybe we're just in the early blossoming.
Mhm.
What's going to happen
Yeah. Can't
whenever?
wait.
Yeah. Um, I very much appreciate you crossing my path because you have brought out some teaching qualities I didn't know I possessed, and you have offered me an opportunity to be a student from you at the
Oh,
same time. So thank you for that.
thank you. Same.
And when I say I truly consider you my course partner, uh, and it's amazing to have someone walking by your side like that.
Yeah. Thank you, Yogi.
You're welcome. Anyone have any questions over anything that we've talked about? Oh, Lena says, love listening to Kat and Yogi discuss Course in Miracles. Thank you, Selena. You have any questions? Have you had, what's been that big, nope, not ready to forgive this for you?
Myself, things that I've done. Nope, I'm
Yep.
not ready to. I can't believe I did that. It's unthinkable, unspeakable. It's not anybody else. It's me.
Right. That was one of the things that you wrote down,
Yeah. Yeah.
and we talked about this this afternoon. Uh, why? Why is it so hard to forgive ourselves? If I did, I don't know what you did, and I'm not going to ask. I don't care what you did. But if I did that to you or something similar, would you be able to forgive me?
I don't think so.
No.
No,
Well,
I think it's because I haven't been able to forgive myself for it. I think
right.
it would definitely start setting some walls up. Is that the wrong answer? It is just all my
No.
answer.
Nope. Not. Between you and I, no such thing as a wrong answer. Um, we're having this conversation so both you and I can heal. And I truly want to know, why is it so hard for you to forgive yourself? Because maybe it'll provide an answer for me. Why it's so hard for me to forgive myself? For a lot of, I still have reoccurring dreams, waking up in a cold sweat, driving drunk,
Mm.
um, and hurting someone. And I don't know how I escaped that after what I've done. And I don't know that I deserve to be sober and happy. Um, why? Because I know so many people who did not survive these years with me. Um, and I know so many people who did survive and wish they didn't because of what they did.
Yeah.
As well, I work on that, getting a little easier. Dreams are less frequent, but also the little stuff. Remembering times I hurt someone's feelings, just the little stuff. In comparison to like driving drunk, that saying something offhandedly, but then seeing that look of hurt in their eyes. Making a joke when it would have been better to be quiet. And you smiled at me like, oh yeah, I can see you doing
No,
that.
I've done it. Yeah.
Um, the big step and the little step. So I'm going to go back to Kat. Why? Why is it so hard for us to forgive ourselves?
Why is it so hard? What's the answer, Yogi?
The answer is that great cosmic shrug. I just don't know.
Ah, yes. The thing that lets us off the hook. I just don't know.
Yeah. And as you said earlier, doesn't really matter, does it?
No.
We just forgive. We work on it until it sticks. Sometime we'll do sometime in the course of our conversation, next half hour, we can do a guided meditation on forgiveness.
Yes, perfect.
Maybe just a little breath work to prep the mind and open the heart, and then we will do that.
Wow, that was a perfect segue, Yogi.
It was, except I'm not ready to
It's
segue my
still
way
a
into that yet. What's that?
It's a teaser
It's a
of what's
teaser,
to come.
exactly.
Phoenix is saying she feels unforgivable. I didn't catch the whole thing, but let's talk to her.
Yeah. She says they don't belong anywhere. I understand what you're feeling. I'd much rather forgive others. Love and peace and blessings. So, Phoenix, um, are you guys tired of hearing about Ramana Maharshi and his famous saying, "How do we treat others?" Let me flip it around just a little bit. Uh, Ramana Maharshi was asked by a follower, "How do we treat others?" And he replied with a smile, "There are no others." I'm going to switch his words around. If someone had said, "Ramana, how do we forgive others?" he would smile and say, "There are no others. All forgiveness is self-forgiveness. If you can't forgive others, you can forgive yourself. If you can't forgive yourself, you're never truly forgiving someone else. Not truly,
Right.
because there's no others." So, Dolly, if you are committed to a path of forgiveness, and that, as far as I know, the surest way of liberation, um, I think for me, I've had a great experiences, and with meditation. I'm a meditation teacher professionally. I practice it every single day, twice a day. I never miss a session. Um, but nothing has brought me greater freedom than practicing forgiveness instantly. Um, so if you want that to change, I know how hard that is. Kat knows how hard that is, Dolly. Not being able to forgive ourselves. To practice. Do you think you'll get there?
Oh yeah.
I love that answer, and I love the fact you had a very, very light smile on your face when you said it, like you had no doubt that you will get there.
It is assured.
It is. The script is written. That confuses a lot of people, and it disheartens a lot of people. Script is written. Well, great. uh, you know, my life sucks, and if it's written, well, then I can't do anything about it. But what it means is what Kat just says. It's assured. You are already right now liberated, awakened. You are at home in heaven, right in the mind of God, an extension of that love, an extension of the love of God. You are a creator within creation itself, which means you just need to remember. You just need to wake up. That's it. How do we wake up? Forgiveness, because forgiveness makes us bypass the ego.
Right. Yeah. Whew.
You all right?
Yes. There's a lot going on in chat. I think we should start thinking about doing that forgiveness meditation.
Okay. Let me very quickly bring up the course. Let me ask you a question. What do you like the sound of better? Love is a light in which I forgive. God is a light in which I forgive. Do you have a preference?
I think love is just the best all around for everybody kind of
Right.
phrase.
And I love using light, not just as a metaphor. Love is light in which I forgive, because I can visualize light. I can feel my heart space with light, and then I can offer it to you. I could take that, and we're going to do that. We're going to fill our heart space up with light. We're going to put our hands on our chest, and I'm going to, even though I have nothing to forgive you for, I'm still going to send you a little bit of light, because you can, and you deserve all the light in the world, or maybe I should say you deserve all the light in heaven. So, give me 1 second as I look this up. If you don't mind entertaining everyone, maybe with a little song and dance, maybe some ukulele music.
I think you made a comment the other day, Yogi. You just sit there and nod your head and look pretty, Kat.
You do. Which is supposed to be my job. I'm good at the nodding part.
Mm-hmm.
So far, I've asked people, if they come up to, if I leave the room and they're going to be in charge, and I always say, you could do a little mime routine. No one has taken me up on that. I've yet to hear anyone actually mime.
Well, would you hear a mime you or act as a mime?
Act as a mime. Somebody would tell me, right? Hey, before we do with the meditation, have you spent much time in the manual for teachers?
No.
It took me a long time to get there, because I thought it was presumptuous.
Yeah, right. Who are you? Who do you think you are? The ego says.
Yep. And yet at the same time, I was teaching A Course in Miracles because I was constantly talking about it. So why not, if I'm going to teach it, why not know how to do it?
Right.
And the manual for teachers is beautiful. It's actually my favorite section. The characteristics of God. You display them very well. I hope you know that.
Thank you.
All right. So anyone who would like to join in, this is going to be how to forgive, forgiveness meditation. I'm still not 100% set yet, but I'm almost there. The example I'd like to use is lesson 46. Now, lesson 46 is God is a love in which I forgive, but we're going to switch this around just a little bit. And it offers us a little visual. We can do is, I also like to combine it with a little bit of Buddhist meditation as well. But we're going to start with easy breath work. And I like this because you were sitting across from me. So it's like I get to guide you personally. For those who are in the chat now, this is for you too. Everyone, please join in. This is going to be an all-inclusive as well as a very personal meditation on forgiveness. We're going to be able to picture someone that we've struggled with and offer forgiveness. We're going to be able to picture ourselves and things that we have struggled with and offer forgiveness with ourselves. So, Kat, if you would do me the great favor of closing your eyes and take a breath in through the nose, nice and deep, and let it out with a sigh through your mouth. One more time, in through the nose, sigh. Let your arms grow heavy as you sigh. Now bring a gentle awareness right to the nose, breathing in gently through the nose. Exhaling through. In through the nose. Do just a few rounds of 4x4 breathing. I'm going to do a 2-minute hold in between. So
2 seconds?
Yeah, and I will count for you. Count it. So we're going to breathe in through the nose for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold for 1, 2. Exhale through the nose for 2, 3, 4. Breathe in through the nose for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 1, 2. Exhale through the nose for 2, 3. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold 1, 2. Exhale through the nose for 2, 3, 4. Let the breath go. In this nice, relaxed state, put very easy awareness light, gentle attention on your heart space. Just view it as capacity, infinite. Heart space is our connection. It literally holds the universe within that space. It is the space of the universe itself. And it's vast and it's filled with light. And every gentle breath you take in, more light arrives. And every exhalation, you are extending that light. And that light is synonymous with love. And love is the light in which we forgive. As we're breathing in that light in our mind's eye, picture someone. It could be a minor grievance. It could be a major resentment. It can really feel like a sin against us. Whatever it is that you bring to mind. Breathing in light. Exhaling light. Hold that person in that heart space, that infinite space. The space within you that is holding that space within that other as well. And both are filled with light. Both are filled with light. Every breath in, we are surrounding that person with light, and we are whispering in their ear, love is the light in which I forgive you. Love is the light in which I forgive you. Let's make this a little easier. Picture someone. It's a little minor incident you might wish never happened. Maybe we said something a little too quickly. Maybe we gave someone a dirty look. But it bothered us because we could have been more thoughtful. Breathe light. Picture yourself innocent. It's a small child who didn't know any better. Breathing in. Give that little child love. Breathing in. Give that little child light. Love is the light in which I forgive. Love is a light in which I forgive myself. It's going to be a little more difficult now. What is that one thing that you cannot forgive about yourself? Above all things, the one thing above all things. But guess what? It never really happened. You are innocent. You're breathing in the light of innocence. And you're whispering in your ear, love is a light in which I forgive myself. Love is a light in which I forgive myself. You can always revisit this place. It's your cathedral of the heart. It's here. This is your place of forgiveness. You're turning it over to love. Love as represented by Jesus. Love as represented by the Holy Spirit. And we're turning it over. Love is light in which I forgive myself. And I return myself to innocence. Kat, if you could put your hands on your chest and breathe in that light. Bring it into your heart space. And from your heart space, fill your hands up with light. Every breath, that light is coming in through your crown chakra, all the way down to your heart, expanding and expanding and expanding to the point where there's nothing else to do but put your hands out to whoever it is that you wish to send that infinite love to, and simply say, I love you, I love you, I love you. Kat, I love you, I love you, I love you. And so it is. When you're ready, send that love out, whoever And sit in this space as long as you need to. And when you're ready, open your eyes. All is forgiven. And we're all joined as one.
That was good. I saw some things differently.
Good.
Yeah, thank you.
I had no idea what I was going to say or how I was going to say it, or you gave me a moment of inspiration. You turned me into a teacher. Thank you, Ken.
Thank you. Thank you. That was amazing. It is easier to forgive myself when I can see things. And as a child, I just didn't know any better.
Yep. And guess what? You're always that child. You are always that child. You're the most loving person I know. Do you really think that I would put this kind of faith in someone who um, knew better but did it anyway? And you might think you knew better, but guess what? You didn't know better.
Right.
You didn't. Let yourself off the hook.
Yeah.
I'll make a deal with you. I'll let myself off the hook if you let yourself off the hook.
Yeah, that ups the stakes for sure.
It does. And we can remind ourselves. Sina says, Yogi Eric, thank you. Love you and Kat.
Thank you, Selena.
Yep, we love you too, Selena.
Yeah.
Anyone else? Participate. Thanks for the thumbs up. Thanks for the jewels. I was afraid to look at jewels. I was afraid to see a silver happy poop, a golden happy poop pop up as I was saying, forgive.
I didn't even give you a like. Look how I am. There you go.
You know what? Eventually I'll forgive you. Not quite yet, but eventually. That one just hurt a little too much, but I'll work.
Isn't it funny how we have, I mean, just when we get into these little situations and we're able to sit back and look and see how we thought one way, somebody else probably saw it another way, and maybe the intention on either side was never what the other thought, and how we can get so ruffled, our feathers so ruffled over so many misunderstandings and our misperceptions.
And that's all it is. We hold up one little piece of the puzzle. Someone else is holding up their little piece of the puzzle. You ever heard the Hindu story of the three blind men? Yep.
Yes. Right.
And that's what we're all doing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm seeing everything from my perspective and insisting that you do as well.
Mm.
But of course, you can't and you won't. It's an impossibility. Right. Everyone's a hero of their own story. And all of them completely forget that I'm the hero of everyone's story.
There is only you.
There is only me, exactly. So we're coming up. We got about 12 more minutes left. How can I ask a favor from you?
From me?
Yep.
Yes.
Help me read the chat for a little bit, and we'll see what everyone's up to. Because I missed it all. I know you dove in a little bit, and then quickly backed out.
I just happened to see Phoenix when I looked. I think you're doing pretty good. MK says pretty freaky, not as much as the meditation we did together when I was on, but it still bordered on going too deep for me. But going too deep for me? See, I'm no good at this, Yogi. That is moving. It's all yours.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm good at it or not. Let's see. Creation. Avid says, you don't see me? Sorry, my friend. We were doing a bit of meditation.
Not ignoring anybody.
Nope. Except for Runner Boy.
Is he here?
No. But I gotta stick with the traditional throwing Runner Boy under the bus at least once.
It's fun.
It is. And because he loves it.
Yeah, he's got a shield that like bounces off of him.
Exactly. If he didn't love it, I would never do it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Right.
I have a question for you. Do you need I don't want to. We're going to close things up in a little bit. You seemed a little. You were emotional after the meditation.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you need to. I'm going to use one of my favorite words. Do you need to? Well, I'm going to change it around. Decombobulate, or do you need to combobulate? Do you need to breathe a little bit and um, regroup? Or are you good for a few minutes hanging with me?
I'm good for a few minutes. I
Okay,
have plenty of time alone to go over stuff.
right. Hey, what's the agenda for tomorrow? Tomorrow everything starts, right?
Yeah, but not till 7 p.m.
Ah,
Yeah.
nice. Reinhardt says, "What's up, my friends?" Hey, the Reinhardts. Selena says, "Cat looks scared about the chat. It's going to be okay." Fortunately, fortunately, we missed probably about 90% of it.
Yeah.
So if it, I was going to say if anyone wants to fill us in, I don't know if I need to know. You guys handled everything. We're still
Sometimes
here.
I find ignorance is bliss. Truly.
Oh
Truly.
yeah, I've coasted through life. I coasted through life on my long hair and my good looks. I don't know what I'm going to do now. I'm at a complete loss. I used to tell people when I first shaved my head, when I had really long hair, I had a habit of flipping my hair back. And when I shaved my head, I still had that habit. And people thought I was like, I had Tourette's syndrome.
Regrets.
And yeah, it's a true story, actually. Um, let's see. Lucy says, hey to the Reinhardts. Selma, I don't know if I got the chance to say hi to you. I apologize. Selma's talking about her new boyfriend, Hector. Have you heard about Hector?
I have. I told her my first boyfriend's name was Hector.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Interesting. Believe it or not, my first girlfriend's name was Hector.
Oh no.
That is not a true story, by the way.
Yeah.
My first like true girlfriend, her name was Tish. Her name is still Tish, and she's a wonderful Facebook friend.
Nice.
Reaches out. Yeah, I'm actually Facebook friends with every single ex but one, and her and I actually talk on Messenger, but we just never got around to being Facebook. It makes me feel I'm doing something wrong by having a lot of exes and doing something right that all my exes still really like me.
Yeah.
Probably both. That
Hmm.
I've done a bunch of wrong stuff. I cannot blame anyone for not sticking with me when I was drinking. Why would they? I didn't want to stick with myself. And you and I talk about this often. We we basically live our lives by what we're putting out there. And if I'm putting out, I don't deserve to be with someone. This was another thing you actually brought up.
Yeah.
You wrote down. If I think I don't deserve someone, then I don't deserve someone. I don't know how to bypass that, or I don't want to bypass that, but I don't know how to overcome that, except um, forgiving and working through it. You know, when you're given an opportunity, take it. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And that's the thing about choosing the resurrection. Resurrect yourself. Don't be the cat you were yesterday. Be the cat you are right now. Don't be the yogi that I was yesterday. Be the yogi that I am now. It might mean that I drag some of that yuckiness back to this moment, but I can start to say, well, wait a minute. If I truly want to be reborn, why bring it? Let it go, let it go, let it go. And when it comes back, let it go, let it go, let it go, and proceed. And here's the wonderful thing about relationships: through the light of another, I get that opportunity to be the person that they believe me to be. That's the holy relationship. You look through the yuckiness and you offer me that You choose my resurrection, and then you have that holy relationship. Sounds so easy, doesn't it?
Sounds very easy.
It is. So um, maybe it will be one day. But easy doesn't mean it is easy, actually, but it doesn't mean it's not difficult at times.
I think there's timing. It's like when it's your time, everything's lined up perfectly. You just get it.
Right. Right. I agree. And remembering those difficult moments and saying, this is when it's supposed to be easy. This is when I sigh. This is when I do that physiological sigh and just relax and release and say, you know what? I can choose peace instead of this. That does bring me great comfort, by the way.
Mhm.
Selena says, can we go back to hand holding and note writing days?
Check
Good.
yes or no.
I was just going to say that. Did you ever get a note that said,
Oh, yeah.
do you like me? Did you ever write a note that said?
I think so.
Yeah. I don't remember if I don't think I ever, I've gotten them. I don't think I ever sent someone. I might have sent a note to someone in high school saying, hey, meet me out in the smoking yard. Let's cut class and go out to the smoking yard, and maybe we'll talk an old guy into buying us a six pack. I had all the smooth lines when I was in high school, guys. Someone says, I love you, Lucy.
Hi, Toy Pups.
Hey, Toy Pups. Hey, sister friend.
So, Yogi, when somebody feels like they're being attacked in chat online, what's the best thing they can do for themselves while they're in the middle of all that chaos and emotion and feelings that are going on?
You know, I got two answers. The first answer that comes to mind is what we just said. I can choose peace instead of this.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to know that you can choose peace instead of this. You have to know that it's an option, and you have to know it's a viable option. It's easy to say I can choose peace. It's easy to uh, shake your fist and yell at the screen. I can choose peace instead of this. Um, but you need to experience peace, and maybe that means taking a breath and walking away from it, not get caught up in it.
Yeah.
And also, guys, view your YouTube experience as a practice, as it because it is.
Yeah.
And 90% of us probably fail. um, I don't want to say fail, but we're not using it as a practice, but we can.
Mm-hmm.
And one of my all-time favorite things to say to you, it lets us off the hook. You're not expected to be good when you practice. You just expect to practice. If
Right.
you were to, when you first started playing your ukulele, did you throw it away and say the very first time, I'm no good?
No.
Um, how about you know, when did you ever feel good? Like, I'm getting this.
After practice. Yeah. I mean, it took a while.
Do you ever pick it up and start playing and think, I'm still not very good?
Yes.
But you
But I,
love playing
yes,
it. But
yes,
you love playing it, right?
yeah.
It feels good when you play it, right?
Mm-hmm. That's what's
Um,
important to me,
yep.
anyways.
So when you practice, which means you mess up, which means you hit the wrong chord every once in a while. In a live stream, you say something, I shouldn't have said that. You practice and you come back. Oops, guys, I'm sorry. Um, oops, I'm sorry. Changes everything. I love the word oops. This mantra of my life is oops.
Oops.
It lets you off the hook. It was a mistake. I'm sorry. Uh, guys, we talk about ho'oponopono all the time. We can add a fifth phrase. Oops, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Oops is a great cosmic mantra of, wish I hadn't done that. And that's our practice. I wish I hadn't done it, but I did. Let's move on. I'm not going to hold it against you. I will, Kat, I'll make a promise to you. Live stream or non-live stream, uh, I will never hold an oops against you.
Thank you.
And I'm going to offer that to everyone in the chat. I will never, ever, ever hold an oops against you. If you write something, if you say something to someone else, and you just say, and you put in an oops, we're done. It's over. Meaning, you have a. Here's what I love about the chat. You got that space that says chat, and it's fresh. There's nothing written in it right now. I can write whatever I want. So if I write, give me a word, Kat.
A word.
Give me an angry word. Give me.
My angry word is dang it.
Dang
It's
it.
2 words.
That's okay. We can make it work. I'm gonna liven it up a bit.
Dang it all to heck. Yep, exactly. Perfect.
Yep. I got a space right there, completely empty. I can type whatever I want. We're coming back to the void. The void is our pure potentiality. Of course, Selena comes up with Brittany. Oops. Did it again. Yeah, I was just about to break out in that song too. Stuart wants to know if I can send people over to the Stardashians channel, please, because he's had a meltdown. Yes. Is he live now? It's going to end it in about 5 minutes. ADHA. ADHA is a superpower. You're not bound to anything. Let your keep returning to the primordial void of the empty space in the chat. Nothing is said yet. That means when you see that, you can stop and think, do I really, 3 gates, do I really, really want to type that? We're adding a 4th gate for the digital age. Do I really want to type that? Because is it going to be, is it true what I'm about to type? What do you think?
Excellent. Great idea.
I know it's not easy. It's not easy growing up in this age with all that. It's so easy to attack someone. And it's so easy to be attacked for any little thing. And you and I coming up and talking about this stuff certainly opens us up, makes us a little vulnerable, because we're talking about pain issues. Anyone can come in and say something in a moment where we're at our most vulnerable, and yet we do it anyway. So I don't know what the solution is other than keep doing what we do and extending it, going back to what Gandhi said, being the change we want to see. Allowing our very vulnerableness. Is that an word, by the way?
Sounds good to me.
All right. If it wasn't, I was going to ask you if we could make it one. Our ability, Kat, your ability to be vulnerable is your superpower.
Oh, but it's so uncomfortable.
It is. But has building a wall ever helped you?
Well, the ego would say yes. It protected me and kept me from being hurt. but it also kept me from being loved and accepting love
Right.
and giving love.
So, yep. What hurt you worse?
The walls. Yeah.
Because imagine if you had allowed yourself to truly be loved. In those moments, there would be no need for that wall.
Right. Right. With
It's
the wall, you can't see the break in the clouds. You can't see the sunshine.
right. It's okay to be hurt. Because guess what? They didn't really mean it.
Right.
They were asking for help, wanting to be healed. Knew no other way to say it. They knew no other way to say it. Hey, Big Al. We got a big howdy from Big Al. And you know what should really make you feel safe? You have a sheriff
I do feel so safe.
who has a deputy.
I feel so safe. I am sneaking around plotting mayhem.
That's a little too safe.
Well, you know, the sheriff sleeps, so.
This is true. And he's in a completely different time zone as
Right.
well. When he's asleep, you're out causing mischief.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows what you're doing?
I'm going to jump off. I see Big Al wants to pop in, and he does his nightly thing with you.
Okay. Thank you.
No, thank you.
This is truly something for me.
It's something. Now we're going to keep doing this, right? Every week.
Yes.
It's a date.
Every week. And eventually, maybe, who knows? Should I say it?
Sure, why not?
Podcast.
Yeah.
Which would be fun.
Yes.
And we could even have Cat and Jack interview people.
Well, you know, I did study interview and interrogations techniques, so I'm good at that.
I did not know that, actually. Why do I suddenly feel very vulnerable now? I might have been saying stuff I had no intention of saying. I could be hypnotized for all I know.
You could be. You could be. You're under my spell.
I'm definitely under your spell, Cat.
I love you, Yogi. Thank you so much.
I love you too. Bye. Let's see. So, guys, our friend the Sardashians seems to be having a hard time. If anyone wants to come by and lend some support to Sardashians, he's a good guy. His name's Eric too, by the way. Got to support our fellow Erics. So, I'm going to be live for about 10 more minutes. If anyone wants to come up. Toy Pups, Big Al, Selma wants to sing a song. Selma, if you want to come up, let's make it at the very, very end so you can sing us goodnight. Only if you want to. Sebastian says, hey, Sebastian, that's a great idea, Yogi and Cat. Selena says, Cat, do it. I want to see Cat interview everyone. Me too. Hey, Big Al.
Hello, Mr. Yogi.
How are you?
I am well, thank you. I'm in the new place.
Nice. When are they going to turn on the electricity?
No, so I'm in.
Ah, there you go. Nice. Man,
Still a
you
couple
just
of bits
moved
on the
in
floor because
and you already have it looking tidy. Very nice, Big Al.
yeah, I got a new sofa.
Nice.
The last one you wouldn't have actually been able to tell because it was black. So sometimes when the camera was actually on, you were looking at like the side of the sofa, so you wouldn't have been able to tell that it was a black sofa because it's the same as when I just have the screen pointing at something.
Right. That makes sense. So you're set. Like you got nothing else to do as far as as far as that place. You're good to go?
Yeah, pretty much. There are things to do. I've got a very busy day tomorrow. I need so I'm going to try not to because I don't want to be on camera, obviously. But I have no curtains.
Oh, you gotta have curtains, man. You can't.
As you can see, I have no curtains there. I have no curtains in the kitchen. I would go through to the bedroom, but I can't be bothered. And
Right.
you don't want to see the bedroom. In fact, you know what? I will take you to the bedroom. 1 minute, Yogi.
Yeah, let's rephrase that a little bit. I
There
don't
is
want
no
people.
way to rephrase it.
Well, I don't want
But
people to tune
basically,
into the live stream and hear Big Al say, "I'll take you to the bedroom, Yogi." Um,
well, we are in the bedroom, Yogi. So, right. So, most things are tidy.
we are.
The corner looks messy. That's just my shoes. I don't have my shoe rack at the moment. But this is going to be my bed currently.
Well,
I need to make it. I need to put a sheet on it and everything. It is just a mattress on the floor because the bed that I ordered, for some reason, no one had the right tools for.
but you do have the actual bed, right?
No, I just have the mattress. The bed frame didn't get delivered because no one could take it apart.
How are you gonna get it there?
I've got to wait until next week now because tomorrow is Friday and the people that delivered the bed aren't working tomorrow. And then Monday is bank holiday over here, so no one's working Monday. So I've got to wait until next week. I don't know
Is
when
that
it'll be. I'm hoping Tuesday straight away. But no, at least I can sleep here tonight. I still have the key for the old place at the moment. But at least I'm in, and most things are sorted. There are still, like I say, I've got to make the bed. There are still things to be put away, and I've got to find space for a lot of things. But I'm here, and I'm happy, and I don't have to have the bike in the main building anymore. I was where I was before in a flat, or what you would call an apartment. I had my bike in my bedroom. That's not the case anymore because I have a shed.
Oh, nice. Gotta have a shed.
So at
Hey,
least, yeah. So at least I don't have my bike in the bedroom. That's a positive. And
right.
obviously, it is now. Although where I was my own place, this is a place that I can actually decorate. I can paint wallpaper. I can do what I want. I do need to get carpets because there are no carpets here. That's obviously what happens when you move into an unfurnished place. But no, at least here I'm allowed to decorate and do things that make it feel more like a home.
Right. Your home, particularly.
Exactly.
Um, you've inspired skits, by the way. It says new song coming, new song incoming. Take you to the bedroom, featuring Big Al.
Sounds like I'm going to be a rock star one day without even meaning to be.
Could be. Kat says y'all get a heck of a lot of bank holidays.
Something about this year, I don't know what it is. Don't ask me. I'm clueless, really. But yeah, this year for some reason there's been a lot of bank holidays, and they've all been pretty close together. They're not usually this frequent. I don't know what it was. There was something. There was a special bank holiday. I can't remember what it was for. But we have May Day. That's the usual thing, and we have we have a bank holiday at I think at the beginning of April we had one, but there has been another one this year, and I don't remember the reason, but yeah, we have had quite a few bank holidays this sort of April May time, and I don't know why.
Well, it's good that you have them at least. We don't,
It
Sebastian.
can be.
Sebastian wanted to know if
It can be a good
Americans.
thing. Sorry, go ahead.
That's okay. No, just Sebastian was asking if Americans have an equivalent to bank holiday, and we don't.
Right, okay.
Uh,
Yeah, though I was
so-
going to say it can be a positive, but it can also be a negative. It means not a lot of places are open, especially the
right.
banks. It's a bank holiday, so the banks aren't open. So you can't go and deposit cash. You can't go into a branch and withdraw cash. And some businesses, or a lot of businesses, close as well for the day. So, or some businesses are open and close early, which is a good thing because at least they are open for a while. But no, a lot of places tend to close on bank holiday. The banks are closed on bank holiday. It's a very, like I say, can be a positive because you don't have to work for the day sometimes, depending on what company or whatever. But no, it can also be a downside to it as well because
I I can see that.
for someone like myself who's moving, there's not a lot of things open on Monday that I need open.
At least I guess you can prepare for it if you know it's coming, right?
Yeah, that's true. It's kind of bad how this week's fallen. I'm glad that I'm in, like I say, but today has been a rush, and there are things that I haven't got because it's been a rush. Um, yeah, like I say, curtains. Curtains is a big thing. Everyone deserves privacy, and at the minute, I'm not going to have that because I have no curtains on the kitchen, no curtains in the living room, no curtains in the bedroom. I can be thankful that the windows in the bathroom are like they have that privacy sheet on, like that fuzzy glass.
Right.
Where I
Yeah,
was
I could.
before, didn't have that at all. I actually had just a blind at the window, and I couldn't open the window when I was in the shower because whoever was, I was on the ground floor, whoever's walking by would have seen me in the shower, and no one wants that. I don't want that. Passers-by don't need to see that. So at least here, I've got privacy in the bathroom, but I do need curtains. I need a kettle because I don't have a kettle at all, so I haven't had a hot drink all day. I'm
That's not
disappointed
good.
I haven't had a cup of tea.
I bet that's a big deal. I know you like your rituals, and tea is a big ritual. It is for me.
I do like a cup of tea every day. I didn't even have one this morning because everything happened so early. Like that hadn't been arranged. We didn't know. It was kind of the fault of myself and the other party, but yeah, I didn't bother asking what time we were starting. They didn't bother telling me what time they were coming. Like I say, I share the blame, and I think they should share the blame. But because we didn't know, like, we hadn't arranged anything. That was, poor planning. But because we hadn't spoken and communicated and said what time we were like meeting up, I didn't have a hot drink this morning either. When I could have had the chance, but I chose not to because I was like, oh no, they'll come now, and then they didn't bother coming for about an hour. So, like I say, I share that blame. I'm not completely blaming anyone else, but yeah. But like I say, ultimately, I'm happy to be here. I haven't got a fridge. I haven't got a freezer. I haven't got a cooker yet because they're all the fridge and the freezer. I'm hoping will arrive tomorrow when I'm in. But yeah, the cooker has been ordered. That should arrive next week at some point, obviously. So there are still a few things. I'm in the dark a little bit with a few things, but ultimately, I'm happy that I'm in. And I just needed to get in here and tell you that, Yogi.
I
One,
appreciate that.
because
Big
I
Al.
didn't make it to the morning stream or the afternoon stream, and two, because I've kept you in the loop with everything. This is our like nighttime thing.
Yep.
And I just wanted to tell you I'm so happy to be here early because I was meant to be kind of in tomorrow, but everything's happened so quickly, and we've managed to get a lot of things done that I kind of chose to be here now. Maybe it was a bad decision because they did allow me to stay in the other place today. If I wanted to, I rejected that politely because I wanted to be here. So yeah, but I'm happy to be here, and as I said, I wanted to share that news with you, Yogi, and the chat really. But I needed to come in and tell you because I'm so happy.
Well, good. And you know what? You know what makes me happy? And
What's that, Yogi?
I mean this very, very sincerely. The fact that you were happy and you wanted to share it with me. Thank you for that.
No, as I've said, Yogi, I see you as a friend. You are not a person on the other side of the world that I only see on a screen. Although that's true, you are a friend. I see you as a real friend. I don't see you as a virtual friend, as me just saying these words because I feel like I have to. I'm saying these words
Right.
because I want to. You are my friend. Whether I'm your friend or not is irrelevant. You are my friend, and I share my news with you and the chat because they're my friends too. But yeah, no, I wanted to share that news with you, Yogi. So
Yeah.
and thank you for allowing me to share that news.
And you are certainly a friend. And more than that, you are a vital and important part of our community. Would not be the same without you. I can assure you it would not be the same without you. For one, there'd be mayhem. There'd be no one keeping control. Everyone, uh, you know, everyone would be like, the sheriff's gone. He's not coming back. We can do whatever we want. You're the law.
The chat would be inundated with mushy pea talk, and no one needs that or wants that. So the sheriff is here to put that to bed.
That's true. And you're very impartial at that. Even with your love of mushy peas, you lay down the law.
Well, someone's got to, Yogi.
Yep. Kat says, by the way, so happy for you, Big Al. Love to hear the excitement in your voice.
That's nice to hear. I am genuinely excited as well. It's the happiest I've been in a while. Genuinely, yeah. I don't want to keep repeating myself. Everyone's going to get bored of it. But I am so happy to be here, where I am now, away from awful neighbours. In fact, speaking of neighbours, I've already met the lovely lady next door. She's very nice. She literally came out earlier because she could hear some commotion, and she said, "Oh, is someone moving in?" And I said, "Yep, I am." She introduced herself. I introduced myself. You know, she's very friendly. No, it's brilliant. I've made a friend already.
Nice. Always good. That's when it really starts feeling like home. You know, you get that nice friendly wave neighbor. Good for you, Big Al. May it be a place of warmth and happiness for you.
Thank you, Yogi. It's no, it's gonna be. It feels weird that I'm in the same city. I'm only an hour away from where I was, but it feels so different. It feels really. It is a fresh start. That is exactly what it is. Really, it's a fresh start. It's a new start, somewhere different. Not completely different, as I've said. I'm in the same city, but
Right.
it is different scenery. Here, I've actually got a garden as well. Where I lived before, it was a shared garden, and it was not great. My neighbour used to let his dog out, and the dog would do his business, and my neighbour wouldn't pick it up. And it's a shared garden. It's a shared area. He should be picking it up. But here, I've got my own little bit. I've got my own little garden, front and back, so I can follow the sun. You know, if I'm sat outside in the back garden and the sun moves, I'll go and sit in the front. But no, it is great, and like I say, I appreciate you allowing me to come up here and share that news with you, with all of you, because, as I said, it is genuinely the happiest I've been in a few months, I'd say.
Always feel free to share your good news. Always feel free to share any news. If you're down and you need a place just to be down, bring it here. Swin Fallon says, I don't think I could get bored hearing someone is happy. I agree. You've been a lot of things, Big Al. You've never been boring.
Thank you, Yogi. Thank you.
Sebastian is here. Sebastian Cristobal, who is now at 8,804 subscribers. Well done, my friend. Well done. You are subscribed to Sebastian Cristobal?
I am, yes. In fact, I commented on like there was I think it was a circus. I'm not. My Spanish is a bit rough now, but I think it was a circus, and I commented on the video.
Good.
And I used my Spanish actually in the comment. I did try to use Spanish. I think it all made sense, and I do apologize if it was a load of rubbish. But no, yeah, I did. The short answer, sorry, Yogi, should have been yes, I'm subscribed. But instead, you know what I'm like.
That's
I
okay.
tell a story.
Hey, your deputy is here, by the way.
Oh, hi, Rebecca.
She's been switching between here and Gravity Core Fitness. Good choices, by the way. If you're going to switch between me and another channel, Gravity Core is an excellent place to be and hang out.
There are 4 main streams I watch on YouTube. and it's Yogi, Kat, Matty, and Mark and Joe.
Man, you put me in some pretty awesome company there. Because those are the people that I love as well. I love being. I got a couple, others that I like hanging out in. I really like Daisy May, and I really love Chris, Nature's Dog Realms. Um, so I add that. I try to get to everyone's.
Now that I'm in a better place, living wise, I don't mean mentally or anything like that, because I've been okay. But now that I'm in a better place, like physically, I may start doing more live streams. I didn't do a lot because usually I'd start doing one and then my neighbor would start blasting out music, or his dog would start barking, or
Right.
things like that, and it just distracted, and sometimes could get me a copyright strike, depending, because if he's
Yeah, that's
blasting out
true.
music and the speaker picks up on it, then. But now that I'm here and it's definitely going to be much quieter. My neighbour's, no offence to her, and I don't mean any kind of insulting, but she is an older lady, so I know that she's definitely not going to blast out music. And I know from speaking to her today, she doesn't have a dog, so I may start doing more live streams.
Rebecca says, "Hope your new house is good for you." And yes, we're still waiting for a face reveal.
I'll think about a face reveal. I'm still very nervous. Yeah, I did have a channel before, and I did use the face reveal. And well, I say I did use the face reveal. I was on camera every time, but my confidence has taken a knock. A load of things have happened, and it's just not the right time for me. But I have thought about it, and I will think about it. And when the time is right, I will do a face reveal.
Okay, looking forward to that. Whenever you're ready. No
You
hurry.
have a Sheriff Al guarantee.
Good says she might be a disco granny, Big Al.
That's true. Yeah, I know that she's Yeah, I don't know what I was about to say. I don't know. I don't know. She could be a disco granny.
Dolly says she's a disco granny, even though I'm not a granny. I just play one on YouTube. You play the sage. And I love that about you, Dolly. Kat says, "Oh my God, if I can do it, you can do it, Big Al."
It's a big thing to do, Kat. I agree. It's no. I again. I will when I'm ready, and that is a Sheriff Al, a Big Al guarantee. I will be on camera at some point.
Sorry, guys. I'm gonna pull the I'm old and bald, and I wear glasses. When Kat says if she can do it, Kat's absolutely beautiful. When Big Al says, maybe I can do it, I bet you, for one, you're 29 years old. You're in the prime of your life. I bet you're a very handsome young man. So if anyone should be saying, if I can do it, you can do it, is me. If I can do it,
Well,
that's my
Yogi,
prime.
there's something you said earlier about rephrasing me taking you to the bedroom, and you've just called me a handsome man. I think we should just skip the foreplay, Yogi, and just go straight to bed, man. Please, you're teasing
There's
me.
there's a difference. There's a difference between I'm taking you to the bedroom, Yogi, and saying someone is a handsome young man. Because a grandfather would say, "That's my grandson. He's a handsome young man," right? A father would say, "That's my son. He's a handsome young man." Even a friend could say, "Hey, you know, you can talk to this woman. You're a handsome young man." But how many times do you say to a friend, "Let me take you to the bedroom"? You see the difference?
I think we should just stop with the games now, Yogi, and tell everyone the truth that we are flirting, and I think we should just go on a date and see what happens.
It's not very often that I am left speechless. I've been accused someone that I've been involved with who told me that I would flirt with a tree stump if I thought I would get a response. She's like, you flirt with everyone without even knowing that you're flirting with everyone. So I'm not opposed to flirting with anyone. However, I do draw the line going from that flirting to being taken to a bedroom. A man has to have some standards. I have to set an example for younger people. It's going to take a little more than just a, hey, Yogi, let me take you to the bedroom. I need to be wined and dined a little bit. I need to be complimented. I need, you know what I mean?
You said the other day, the way to win you over, not only have I offered to take you to bed today, kind of, not really, but you said the way to win you over, and I did the other day was with a flower basket. So
this is true.
Legitimately, if anything is going to happen, all I need to do is come to you naked on a pink tractor in a cowboy hat with a flower basket as a gift, and basically, I've won you over.
You know what? I'm going to agree. I'm going to agree. If you did all of that, I would be like, it's meant to be. I have no say. I have no say in the matter. I surrender. Life is telling me that Big Al, naked, on a pink. There was something else on a pink tractor. What was the other thing?
Naked on a pink tractor with a cowboy hat and a flower basket as a gift.
Yes. If all that were to happen, it would be fate. It would be the hand of God saying, you know, you can make it work. you can make it work. So
you heard it here first, everyone. Big Al made Yogi blush, and Big Al has won Yogi's heart.
But not one of those things could be missing. Don't show up on your pink tractor buck naked without a flower basket, because I'm sending you right back out the door. Dolly is dropping butterfly. I'll never get tired of that expression. Dolly is dropping butterfly poops. Sebastian says the map on the floor. Funny, Sebastian. The map on the floor had a circle around Maryland, I think. Kat says she slipped into Yogi's OnlyFans page. I'm changing the title. From now on, it can't be OnlyFans. It's going to be Only Big Al's. That's going to be the title of it. Kat is laughing. We got more happy poop popping up. Thank you so much. Squirrel says, Eric, I'll get a shovel.
Right, well, Yogi, I've taken enough of your time. Salma might want to come up and sing. Anyone else might want to come and join. So I'm going to jump back in the chat. But I appreciate you having me up here, and I'd love sharing my news with you and the chat. It's been a great day. I'm really tired, but I will stay in the chat for another 10 minutes or however long you're live for. As always, appreciate you having me, and Merry Christmas.
Happy New Year, Big Al. Thank you very much. And I'm glad that you shared the news. I'm glad that you're in the new place.
Thank you, Yogi. See you in the chat.
Yep. We're going to wrap things up in just a minute. Just about my bedtime. It's actually past my bedtime. We managed to go an hour and a half. An hour with Kat. Man, an hour with Kat and closing down the night with Big Al. It's a good day. It's a good night. You know what? Spending time with you guys in the chat. I could not ask for a better evening. And to top it off with happy poop. Does it get any better than that? It doesn't. Hello, Selma.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
You're happy, huh?
What?
You're happy, huh?
Yeah.
Thank you, Toy Pups. Hey, Selma.
Yes.
I'm going to have to go to bed in a minute. But, if I have you here, it means everyone's expecting a song.
Yeah.
I'm going to read a comment from our friend Dolly real quick. She says, thank you, guys. I needed to laugh, and thank you, Yogi and Kat, for making me think about forgiveness. You're welcome, Dolly. You're welcome. It's what we do. Kat says Yogi had 2 redheads and 2 men today. Busy guy. Well, you get around a little bit. Phoenix says, Puppy Mommy, love you. Let's see. So, Selma,
Yeah.
catch us up real quick. How's life?
Good. My life is good. Hector is a good guy for me, and he treats me better.
Good. Can I ask you a question about Hector?
Yeah.
Does he prank you?
No.
I like him already. He's okay. He's okay in my book. If he doesn't prank Selma, if he doesn't ever make Selma cry, then he's okay with us.
He's okay. He never pranked me. He's such a good guy, and he speaks Spanish too.
Nice. Toy Pup says, saying Selma, we love you. And Kat says, sing us a love song, Selma.
Okay.
Toy Pup says, Hector better be nice to Selma. I agree.
I'm gonna sing "Die with a Smile" by Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars.
Okay.
Oh, my dad's coming. Yeah.
I'll be what you call in the garage out here working in the front yard.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Love you. That was my dad.
Yeah. I recognize his voice. It's the same voice that sang happy birthday to me.
Yes.
Dolly says, Selma, we love you.
I love
Hey,
you
Selma.
too.
Selma,
Yeah.
isn't it nice to come into a chat and have all these people tell you how much they love you?
Yes.
It's pretty amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you know why? You know why they love you?
Why?
Because you're Selma.
Yeah.
It's a pretty special thing to be.
Yeah. Some some people say I'm special, and I say thank you.
I agree. You are. I knew it right from the start. You're my
Yeah.
co-host. You're my, no offense to my other co-hosts, but hey, Selma, this is just between me and you. I want to make sure no one else can hear. You're my favorite. You're my favorite co-host. Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me put this up so no one can see what I'm saying. You're my favorite co-host.
Yeah.
Don't
I
tell
think
anyone.
Puppy Mommy hears you.
No, she couldn't have heard me. I had my hand up. When I put my hand like this, no one can hear me.
Puppy Mommy can hear you.
No. Watch. Selma, watch what happens. Puppy mommy, can you hear me? Nothing. Hold on. Cat and Jack, can you hear me? Okay, try it one more time. Big Al, Dolly, Sebastian, can you hear me? There you go. Kat says she's my favorite Yogi co-host too.
And Puppy Mommy can hear you. Everything.
Oh, you know what? I had the wrong hand up. I was supposed to go like this. Sorry, guys. I didn't mean anything I said. I didn't. You're my favorite. You want to know you want to know what one of my all-time favorite things is?
Yeah.
When you laugh, when you come up here and you laugh with us.
Yeah.
Actually, Kat told me once. She loves hearing you laugh.
Yeah.
Let's see. Big Al says, I can hear you. Sorry, it was measuring the window. Huh. How did that happen? Someone, they're not supposed to hear me when I do that.
Probably you used the wrong hand.
Gotta be it. Next time. Remind me next time.
Yeah.
So, Selma, I gotta go to bed. You said you're gonna sing us a song?
Yeah.
What do you got for us?
Mm, I'm I'm probably gonna sing "Day with a Smile." For the Mars.
All right,
Have
let's
you
hear it.
heard? Have you heard that song?
I have not heard that song.
It's a good song. I posted it in my community. It reminds me of a song. It reminds me of Puppy Mommy because I I love Puppy Mommy and I would sing to her every day because she she makes me smile and happy. It reminds me of her and I want to get close to her.
Nice. I like that. And you know what? I agree with you. Uh, I absolutely love uh, toy pups as well.
Yeah, and it reminds me of a song for her.
All right. Can we hear it?
Yeah,
Whenever you're ready.
uh, are you ready?
I'm ready.
I don't know the whole song, but I know part of the song.
Okay. Just sing the part that you know.
If the world was ending, I wanna be next to you. If the party was over and my time on earth was through, I wanna hold you just for a while and die with a smile. If the world was ending, I wanna be next to you. That's for Puppy Mommy.
You know what, Selma?
Yeah,
That might be your most beautiful song you've sung yet.
yeah,
You sounded perfect,
yeah,
and I'm glad I get to go to bed. Um, haven't heard you sing. Puts me in a very good mood.
yeah.
Hey, Global. Global says yes, my YouTube gang. Toy Pup says, um, Puppy Mommy loves Selma so much. She is strong, brave, and beautiful.
thank, thank
Hey,
you.
Tom. Tom Tofu, I did not check out Cloud Atlas. I apologize. Selma said, or Toy Pup says, you make me happy. Kid says, good night, everyone. Much love. Yep, I'm going to go to bed too. Could you do me a favor, Selma?
Yeah,
Could you tell everyone good night for me?
yeah. Yogi said goodnight, and he loves you, and he will see you at 5 o'clock in the morning, and 1 o'clock, and 5:25.
This is absolutely true about everything she said. I love you guys, and I will be live all of those times tomorrow. I hope to see you. Uh, thank you for the jewel, Phoenix. And before I go to bed, Selma, I got one more thing to tell you. Are you ready?
Yeah.
You really are my favorite.
Yeah, that's better.
This time I whispered it. So now I know only you heard. No one else
I
heard that.
heard, I heard that.
Right. But no one else did. Because I used the right hand and I whispered it. I did everything right.
Yeah.
Someone else says, take care, Skits. All right. So
Nobody hears that.
no one heard it. You see? No one's replying. So they didn't hear it. With
They
that,
didn't hear it.
nope. Just between me and you, Selma. It's our secret.
Yes, it's our secret. Yogi.
Although I think maybe my cat might have heard it. But she won't tell me. Flip says, "Oh my God, Yogi! I thought we were your favorite." I think Toy Pups might have heard Selma.
She heard it.
All right, Let me tell you one more secret.
Yeah.
Toy Pops is my second favorite.
Yes. She's our favorite.
Wait a minute. She's your favorite? I can see that. She deserves to be your favorite. You know what? Aside from you, Toy Pups deserves to be everyone's favorite. Toy
Yeah.
Pups. Toy Pups is full of love. She's full of light. She's full of laughter, and she gives it away so freely.
Cheetos.
She can't be talking to us. She says, "I knew it."
Puppy Mommy, you're my favorite. Yogi, you're my favorite.
Oh well, thank you. I appreciate that. I'll be honest. You guys are all my favorite. Every single one of you. Wouldn't be doing this without you. I wouldn't want to do this without you.
Yeah.
And I mean that from my heart. However, I gotta go to bed. Selma, thank you.
You're welcome.
I will see everyone tomorrow. If you're around, come on by and say hi tomorrow, Selma.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Love you.
Love you too. Cat and Jack, thank you. You are much, much, much appreciated. See you guys.
Bye.